Welcome to day 4. Today, a lot of the things we're going to be covering are inspired by one of my favorite mentors. He's a dear friend, he's a Mind Valley author, and he's someone whose work has influenced my life in deeply profound ways. His name is Reverend Michael Beckwith. If you want to know more about Michael Beckwith, you will find his program on Mind Valley. It's called Life Visioning Mastery. Now, in certain ways, some of what Michael says and some of what I talk about intersect. This particular day is where we're going to look at that intersection. You do not need to be familiar with Michael Beckwith's work. What I'm going to share with you is some beautiful ideas from Beckwith that will transform the way you view how your life is unfolding. So, we spoke about the concept of how we evolve and we grow through suffering or through the gradual accumulation of evolved meaning schema over time. I know that's wordy, but that's just what it is. The gradual accumulation of evolved meaning schema over time. Now, Beckwith explains this in a beautiful model called Kensho and Satori. Beckwith says, sometimes the universe makes us grow through pain. These are called Kensho moments. They are moments of suffering or pain that lead to growth. Or we grow through an insight or an aha. These are Satori moments. If you look at the graph, you'll see that when a Kensho moment happens, there is a temporary dip in the quality of your life. But when you have a Satori moment, it's a gradual uptick in how fast your life is evolving. Satori moments come from the deliberate application of personal growth. So the more you invest in growing yourself, the less Kensho you have, the more Satori. And that is a really beautiful thing because Kensho can be painful. Kensho is the illness. Kensho is the heartbreak. Kensho is the career failure. Satori, those are insights, synchronicities. That is when the universe moves you beautifully to where you need to be. Now, I believe that Kensho moments are actually designed by our own soul. There's no scientific evidence for this, but I believe that when we are too stubborn and we are sticking to life in a particular way, our soul will slap us at the back of our head to change orientation. That is what a Kensho moment is. My Kensho moment was bad skin that led me to discovering the power of my mind. My Kensho moment was ending up in a career that gave me no hope and sucked away my life, that led me to finding my real career. There are also moments in my life where I moved in the right direction through insight or awakening. Those were beautiful. I want Michael Beckwith to explain this idea in his own words to you.
When we consider that we're on a path of unfoldment, growth, development, insight, revelation, awakening, there's two ways to look at your growth pattern. One is Satori. It's a Satori moment. Everyone has had moments of aha, an insight that suddenly takes over their life and they realize everything they believed, they actually are having an encounter with. It's Eureka, Satori, I got it, I know this. And then there is Kensho. It's a Japanese word that really means like a slow burn. It's like you're disciplined, you're doing your spiritual work on a regular basis, and then you look back and realize that you have grown. There was no necessarily Satori moments, didn't seem to come with a big bang, tremendous celebration, but you did change. Kensho appears to be the slow movement of growth, development, and unfoldment. Satori is an instant bang. Everyone grows through Kensho and Satori, combination of both.
The exercise we're going to do today is called the Lifeline. You're going to look at your life over the last 10 years. Now, if you're really ambitious, look at it for 20 or 30 years. It's up to you, but pick a time frame that's comfortable for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to look at your life over this time frame and see how your quality of life has shifted based on major life events. Now, before you begin, let me show you my lifeline so you have an idea of what this looks like. As you can see, at this particular point, in 2013, that was the month I couldn't meet payroll. That was definitely a dip. At this point in 2015, that was a month when we had gone through 7 months straight of back-to-back losses. And I was desperate to find the right investor who could pull us out. But you'll see immediately after that, there was a big uptick. What happened is I got a book offer and I was able to focus on writing a book, and I got a massive check for the Code of the Extraordinary Mind, and that helped me pull my business out of near bankruptcy. You'll also see a moment when my wife and I decided to consciously uncouple. You'll notice that that wasn't a dip at all. The dip was before, when our relationship was going through a bit of a disruption. But when we made the decision to consciously uncouple, that was a Satori moment that led to an incredible awakening. So these are some highlights from my life. What are highlights from yours? I want you to draw this graph on your journal. Spend a good 10 minutes on it. This is going to give you great insight on your own life. And again, if you feel so compelled, you can share this on our online community so that you may inspire other people. Feel free to share it as a video or to share your image and type out and write in the description field what you were experiencing. And pay attention to what you learned from your Kensho moment. That is what can be truly inspiring for someone else.